Hi, today we're looking at classes and objects in Java, and I hope this will help you understand what object-oriented programming is all about, because we're going to talk about why we have classes and how we create objects from them. So before we talk about classes and objects, let's think about what is a template. It's a design or a pattern that can be followed. Here I've got a template for a cylinder head gasket. For those of you who know about engines and motors, you may have seen this before. And from this template, we can create an actual cylinder head gasket to be used in an engine. Another kind of template would be a paper template that you can cut out, or you can use to duplicate and then cut out, and you could make a beautiful little 3D paper diamond from it. That's another kind of template. So a Java class is also a template, which is a design or a pattern that can be followed. And from this template, we make objects. Now, objects have got properties and methods. So every object, even around you, you could look at all the objects around you. Every object has got certain properties, physical attributes, the way you would describe it, and then things they can do. Those are the methods. We'll look at the Hoja class first, because it's something you should be familiar with right now. So in the Hoja class, we've got properties. Like if you look at the field summary for the Hoja class, there's a color for each little Hoja, a direction that it faces. It's got an X and a Y position on the grid. And then note that this is not the complete field summary. I just took a few out to keep it simple. And then the methods, you know about the move method. Turn left, turn right. If you've used the Hoja, you know these methods very well. So from the Hoja class, we then make a Hoja object. And this is a typical little Hoja object that pops up if you just make a default one. So what I'm showing you here, these field summaries and method summaries, those are the properties and methods. It comes from the API documentation. Every Hoja, every class that you create in Java, or that you use in Java, has an application programming interface. It's just basically a summary of how you can use all the fields and the methods in each class. So we can make more than one Hoja object because we've got the template in the class. We can make lots of objects. And here I've created 3 different ones. They've all got their own different properties. We say, well, there's a big word called instantiation. When we make a new object of the Hoja class or of any class, we say that we are instantiating an object. So here we have instantiated 3 objects from the Hoja class. And the fields of each object, those are called instance variables. So for the yellow one, xpos equals 3, ypos equals 4, color equals yellow. Those are the instance variables of the yellow object. Another big word you need to know is encapsulation. So it's wrapping the data or fields and code acting on the data or methods together as a single unit. It's as if we hide all the fields and the methods inside the class. It just makes it very safe. It keeps your data safe, and it gives you control over the data in the object. Whoever programs the class can decide how the variables get accessed or changed by the methods that they create in the class. So that's what we say when we talk about encapsulation. Means that all the fields and the methods are closed up. They are wrapped up inside the class in a single unit. So here's a summary. A Java class is a template. A template is a design or a pattern that can be followed. We instantiate objects from classes. Classes and objects have fields and methods. And encapsulation means that the object is wrapped up in the class as one unit. And that's all for today. Thank you. Goodbye.